Alright, this is in response to let me see your name on here. Super X Kawaii. Alright. You do the you're asking about the long distance relationships, do they work? Do they work or don't they work, what have you, know what I'm saying? From my personal experience, I mean you get as much out of those long distance relationships as you put into it, like any relationship. If you're gonna put all that into it, that's what you should expect back. You're not probably gonna always get back everything you're putting into it, because I mean in every relationship there's always going to be somebody pulling more on the other one. I mean it's just like that. Sometimes you got to find a middle ground, but personally I believe that the long distance relationships you really got to put into it. You have to give it 100% if you're going to do it, because it is a huge strain. Alright, because you gotta like always make sure you're not gonna cheat, because they're gonna be people around that you can physically touch, physically see, smell. Now you say you don't see anybody that's attractive around there now, you don't find anybody attractive close to where you are now, but that's right for now, because there's always going to be somebody out there who will catch your eye. You could be with somebody for 50 years, but somebody, well, that's apparent, but this is not going to catch your eye in a different way. The long distance relationships work with if you have a commitment, like if you have a time frame on how long this thing is going to be, and if somebody plans on coming over, you got to have that time frame. Okay, that's going to keep it alive. I'll be honest. If you can set like a time frame when you guys are going to come together and forget, and there's going to be no more of this long distance type deal. When it comes to a point where y'all like, okay, all right, on this date or this time frame, we're working on getting together and moving in. Either he goes you or you go to him or something, or y'all meet the middle ground, what have you. But you gotta set that expectation. Otherwise, you'll be sitting in a lifeless long distance relationship for no reason, to be honest with you. So set the expectation first, all right? At least that, some kind of commitment. And then second off, don't hold yourself to that relationship either, because you owe it to yourself, physically and emotionally, to have somebody there for you, because life is not always going to be peaches and cream, and there's going to be some times where you're going to need somebody to comfort you, and a phone call comfort is really nice. I mean, it's nothing like having somebody hold you in their arms, you know what I'm saying, and you feel that, you feel like somebody just being there for you. So a phone call is only so much, but it has to take place at one point or another, the actual physical touch in the first place. If it's not taking place, or if it hasn't ever taken place, that's something you'll never experience, and that's something you have to experience. As a human being, you owe it to yourself. You have to have that touch. I mean, that's my outlook on it. So in order for these long distance relationships to work, one, you got to set a commitment. There got to be a time frame when you guys are going to come together, physically touch, or it's going to work out. I mean, because if you put in this long distance relationship in, I mean, you're doing this for obvious reasons. So, you know what I'm saying, do what you got to do to get to the plateau of being more than just long distance. That's just my outlook.